Hi, welcome to the Joyous Stamp with Rachel. I'm Rachael Coon, and today I'm making a card class club kit for the month of March using the Cutest Cows bundle, which is a stamp set photopolymer with a matching cow builder punch. This is an awesome set. This is great for beginners or people who just love cows. So you can order this set from my online store, and I'll have the links below as well. This class is also for those who have already ordered this kit from me and they have their kits that are coming to them in the mail for the month of March. Let me show you the cards that we're going to be making and some of the supplies we're using as well. So this one is my cute, mostly punches and dies only. There's not a lot of stamping for this one, just some of those little cute faces. And then this one is our fun DSP one that says Holy Cow in it. That's basically only stamping, so there's no punching on this one. And then this one here is super cute, and it has the stamped and punched out cow with some extra fun details here with the flowers and some of that beautiful embossing folder there. And the last one is a fun combination of the flat cows and then a punched out head only, which that sounds really weird when I say it that one, but these are so fun and easy to make. Let me show you how. And let me show you some of the products. So first, in their kits, they'll get the Tinsel Gems 4-pack that has 4 different colors of these awesome gems. We also have the Glorious Gingham 6x6 Designer Series paper, which has these amazing different kinds of gingham, and I think it's 5 different colors. And you can switch out the colors you use. So like this one right here, you honestly could use any of the colors there. So if you don't like this blueberry bushel, you can use a different color from the DSP. It's up to you. And then, of course, we have the amazing, my favorite product embellishment is linen thread. That will come in the kit as well. Then there's dies that I've used. That will all be in the link below as well if you want to get some of the extra bonus items that I used for this one. All right, we're going to start with this one first. This is the Holy Cow one that features this really cool Designer Series paper in a fun kind of quilting look here. And I love this one because it doesn't waste the space in the center by just using these strips of Designer Series paper. Let's grab the items for that one. That's a basic white card base. So your kit will look something like this, where you have a piece of paper for the card base. You'll have a piece of printer paper, and then you can pick which DSP you want to use. I went ahead and I already cut out that DSP into 4 different strips, and that will be what you need to do as well. Look at your measurements for your PDF that came with your kit or that I sent to you email. And then we have our basic black mat and a piece of basic white, so we can do our stamping on there. Let's go ahead and do stamping first. Let me grab my foam mat in here, and we're only stamping on this basic white piece here. Let me move our card up so you can still see it, but it's kind of out of the way. There we go. Okay, so for something like this, I usually like to start from the bottom up. However, I'm going to actually start from the top and stamp our Holy Cow in here first to make sure that we have enough space. I'm using the Blueberry Bushel for my choice of ink. Again, just match your Designer Series paper and you'll be fine. And if you don't want the Holy Cow, you could pick one of the many different sayings. This would be a great one to say congratulations, or milk it for all it's worth, or even a thank you right there. All right. The Holy Cow, let's see if I can find it. There we go. Holy cow. Let's ink that up in that Blueberry Bushel and go to that top left corner. Press down, lift up. Turned out great. And then let's go ahead and grab our cow pieces. So there are 3 different cow choices. See my cute little guy here? I love him. I'll move him so you can see though. We'll put him up there in the corner. We have 3 different bodies with 3 different heads, and you can intermix them any way that you want. So for this one, I have it the udder free, because there is an udder one. And then we're using the closed-eyed cow face. So So they come separate. So here's my closed eye cow face and my udder free. So I'm going to put this ink away for, well, actually we'll keep it out, but we'll keep it out carefully. Grab your Memento basic black ink. Let's get this over so you have some space. And we're going to ink up that body. Actually, we're going to go back down to the grass. I'm looking at the grass here and it's making me nervous that I'm going to have, not sure where to place that cow. So I'm grabbing my lemon lime twist. We'll set these other inks kind of aside for a hot minute as we get our little grass out. The grass is just a tiny little patch of grass, so you have to ink it and stamp it repetitively. And we're just gonna do that along the bottom here. And you can go up and down with it, kind of give it some depth to it. You could overlap it if you want, go straight across. It's up to you. But I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across, and that worked out pretty good. Okay, now we can stamp our cow. Ink that up in that Memento black. And I'm gonna have him go, so he's on the grass, and give me enough space for my head. Right about there. At any point you don't put it in the right spot and things aren't gonna fit, flip this over and do it again on the other side. Okay. Ink that up and then just line it up. Since it's photopolymer, you can see, and you can choose to, if you want his head to go up by just tilting it, or have his head going down. I have mine going down just a little bit and lift up. Nice. Okay, the cool part about this one is that we're going to do some dual inking, half inking. So I'm going to grab both of my colors out here for this cute little flower. So we'll have both inks, and we're going to ink only half of the flower at a time. So I'm going to take this green and I'm going to watch what I'm doing by only doing the stem on this side of it here. Then I'm going to go to the side of my blueberry bushel, and I'm just going to ink up my flower there. It's okay if it bleeds a little bit through on it, but you should be pretty good. And then you can go as high as you want and just stamp in that grass. Oh, I didn't press hard enough on that one, so he's missing a little petal. That's okay. I could try to fix it, but I know I'll just mess it up more. So we're going to go half with the green, line it up on the edge, and half with our flower for our blueberry bushel. And I'm going to come down here. Let me grab a scrap of paper. 1 second. Here. I'll grab this printer paper scrap because we're going to go a little bit below our grass line here. So I don't want this to be as tall. I want some different heights here. Cute. Again, stamp one more half. I did 3 flowers. If you can only get 2 to fit, that's fine. And I'm running out of space just a little bit, so we'll see if we can get this one. I think we're gonna come below the tail for this guy. He's gonna change up his location. Cute, cute. Okay. So that's all of the stamping for this one, and then we just need to do a little bit of coloring. For this one, I use just the basic black stamping blend and the ivory. You can choose whatever colors you have to color in your cow. So I'm going to take this off the foam board so we can get some nice coloring. That's my basic black stamping blend. And I like to color, depends on what's, so like little pieces here for the hoofs, I'll just use that bullet one instead of the brush and do little dots almost. Go through it there. I'll color in my cute little tail. And my spots here. And our spot there. This one, it's big enough I could use a brush at this point. But this little tip was working just fine. This one's kind of like a heart spot here. So I go on the outline and then do the center. And then his cute little hair on top. I think that's what makes these cows so cute, is that they have like these cute little human qualities as well. Okay, then I have my ivory, and I'm going to use the brush tip for this one. My brush tip is starting to get a little frayed, so I need to get ready to get a new one. I just do a little coloring over his little mouth here, and then I can close that one up, and I can use the other side, just do a little bit in the inside of his ear. Just a little bit to add some color there. Cute, cute. Let me get that closer so you can see. Fairly simple, just my oopsie flower there, but that's okay. Okay, now we can start assembling, and we're gonna grab our Stampin' Seal Plus, put a little bit on the back here. Since it's basic white, I usually don't use liquid glue on basic white, so I gotta be very careful when I place it though, because that's a strong adhesive. So I start at the bottom, find the spacing I want, which is about 1/8 of an inch, I want to say, of a border. Nice. And then place it down, grab that printer paper, and decide which way you want your pieces of DSP to go. So this one, I'm going to flip it over and do opposite, just so you can see the difference between the two. And printer paper, you can use cardstock if you don't have printer paper, but I thought this was a good way to save a little bit on paper that is a little bit more expensive than just regular printer paper. So we'll do my placement here so you can see, and I start with my top left, and then I'll have a space available for that next piece of DSP, so that's nice. Then we'll flip this one over, put that one in that corner there, and this one will go here in that flip space. Okay, now we grab our liquid glue and glue those together. Grab that piece here, flip it, put just a little bit of liquid glue. It's going to squish out if I put too much, and that's a fresh tube of it. So I can get it to flip though, huh? Line it up there in that corner. Looks pretty good. And if you didn't have this printer paper, you could totally eyeball it on your piece of card base. But this printer paper is basically a guide of where you should place the DSP. So your spacing is just right. So it doesn't matter what it looks like or what paper it's made out of because nobody sees it. Okay, got that second piece fitting in there, that's just like a puzzle. I'm gonna flip this piece over, a little liquid glue here, flip it and stick it, lining it up here in this corner. If you get a little overlap, that's fine, just make sure that you don't have anything showing on the bottom. And then for this one, I'm just gonna put some liquid glue directly on the paper in hopes that I don't get too sticky. I already have sticky hands from that one. And just make sure I put down the right side up for this guy. So cool looking. I love it. That alone is really cool. We could have totally stamped something in there and left it like that as well. But we're going to cover that up, and we're going to go ahead and add this to our card base. Let's put a little liquid glue on the back of it. And then place it where it needs to go. Have a border on all 4 sides. Move it around if we need to, if we didn't place it down nice the first time. Then we are going to put dimensionals on the back of him. What I love about this saying is that holy cow could be used for anything. Holy cow, it's your birthday. Holy cow, happy anniversary. Holy cow, you did great on your test. There's just lots of fun things you can use with this saying. Okay, now we're just going to cover up that spot there, overlapping the center pieces where they meet. Super cute. And now we can do the fun part of embellishing. So we have some linen thread here. Take it and just make a tiny little bow to add to below his neck. If you wanted to, there is a really cute bell. So let's say you don't want the bow. Bows are your nemesis. You can use this cute little bell here and just stamp that right underneath his chin. Instead, My cow's a little fancy, so he's gonna have a bow. Cows are one of my favorite animals, and I've loved them for a very long time. When I was a little girl, in fact, I used to want to have a cow and was going to name her Annabelle. And she was going to take a shower every day because she was going to be a clean cow. Oh. Okay. I do not own a cow now. I do have a cow dog. My dog is a cattle breed. And so if I ever had a cow, she'd be able to help me out. She's an Australian Kelpie, our crazy Kiwi. All right. There we go with her cute little bow. Oh my goodness. If you feel like that glue dot is not, like I feel like it's sticking a little bit, just use your nails and just kind of pinch it in and then press it down. And that should be pretty good. All right. Let's grab our embellishments. And then you can pick one of each color. I'm using the smaller sizes here. I'm using that, the pink shade. So we'll put one right in the center of our flower here. And then just press down so it attaches with that adhesive. These are adhesive backed. And then we'll put a little yellow one here. Press down. And then I use the blue one. You could use the green one if you want as well. And I just like to use my paper snips to help me grab them. But if you have a take a pick tool, that works just as well. Okay, grab our bone folder. I start the fold, then I flip it over, and then I use my bone folder to finish it. So that's nice and crisp, and it has, so it can lay flat. There's our cute little holy cow. Oh my goodness, he is just adorable. Love that one. That one's fairly easy, just has a little bit of cutting out of that designer series paper. Again, the PDF has those measurements. Our next card for today is going to be that really cute, they're all cute, pecan pie one. Let me grab that. Oop, and I don't know if let's see if I did cut out that paper. I might need to cut that paper out with you. Okay, this guy right here. You can't tell, but he is a pecan pie base to it. So that's what you'll look for in your kit. And then let's go ahead and grab the kit for this one. Yep, I did not cut out that DSP, so I'll get to show you how to do it. You'll have a piece of basic white for the center of your scalloped rectangle right here. And then you'll have another piece of white for your stamping of your cow head. That will be all part of your kit. Let me make sure. Oh, this one's that's my center one. I think this is just a bonus piece. I don't know if it's the same size. Oh, bonus piece. We'll put that one back in the cello bag. Okay. Let me grab that paper that we have, that glorious gingham, and grab that pecan pie out. Flip through. There we go. And this is just the same size as the card front, so you don't even have to look at a PDF for this one. But I do need to grab my paper trimmer, so 1 second. All right, paper trimmer back in. So we'll cut this one at the 4 1/4, and you can pick what side you want. I have it more of the smaller gingham that I plan to use, and I'm going to go 4 1/4, so all the way over, cut, and then we're going to turn it and cut it at 5 1/2, our card front size for here in the US. You can save these scraps for something else, or even use it for the inside of your card if you want. We're going to take that down. All right, now let's do some stamping. We need to stamp on this guy and our head on here. So let me grab our foam mat back in. And we'll stamp our cute little head first. So I'm using 2 cow heads for this one. And instead of using that memento, I'm going to go ahead and use the pecan pie. So that way our cows have more of that outline that matches their spots for this one. Let's grab a cute head that has like the line in the forehead. For this one, when you are punching out a stamped cow, you want to have it close to the edge, but not too close, because you don't want to, you want to make sure you have the outline that's needed there. Cute. And then let's keep this out. We're going to punch this out in just a second. And let's do our stamping on this guy. Okay, very similar to our last one when we have the cows in the center, some grass on the bottom, and the saying on the top left corner. I don't know what it is about that top left. I guess it seems to be my favorite. But let's go ahead and get that greeting. The little things you do make a big difference, which is that's a fun greeting. And we're going to ink that up in our pecan pie. Top left corner. Press and lift. Nice. Let's grab our lane. Well, actually, we're going to do it again the same way we did last time. Grab your lemon lime twist ink. Oop, I feel a sneeze coming on, so excuse me if I sneeze. Ooh. I don't know about you, but this season I always get the worst allergies, which I love flowers, but it comes with pollen here. So, and spring has started in California. Actually, spring I feel like never leaves California. We're kind of our one season pony over here. Okay, so we're inking up our lemon lime twist, and we're just doing the little grass again along the end. If you want it to carry through, put a piece of scrap paper underneath it and stamp it so that the grass is going all the way, so there's not a white border. I don't mind the white border. Let me just show you what it looks like though if you would have it so some of it's stamped on the bottom there. So that one just looks like it has a little divot now. And if you want to, you can even go back through and do some light stamping when it's been stamped off to just color in that space. Whenever you want. All right, put that lemon lime twist away and let's grab our cute little cows. We are going to grab the one that's laying down. We're going to ink him up also in the pecan pie and put him as far as over to this side of our basic white as we can. Have him kind of just laying in the grass. Nice. Then I'm going to stamp his cute head, but this one is similar to our last head that we had. So let me make sure we get that nice and clean. So you use the Memento ink. So that's important. Make sure you guys are cleaning your inks, your stamps between each cards that you're making. Okay. I have his cute little head go right here. Nice. Now we're going to grab the udder cow. There's one cow that has udders with it. So we'll ink that one up. This one does not match with a punch. So that's the thing that you should note. If you do use this one for anything else, you'll have to fussy cut it. I want his tail to be on, but I want his feet in the grass. Just like so. Okay. That should be done with our stamping. Now we do some coloring and attaching of the head. We'll take this one off. There we go. And I just use that pecan pie with the ivory for this one, for my stamping blends. I'll grab those back out. Here's my pecan pie stamping blend. I'm using light, but dark would work just fine. We'll color in his cute little tail that's in the grass. His little patch here. I like to do the outline, then color in. And his little one right here. Super cute. I like to color in his horns. And then I left his hair just regular on that one. But you can color that in if you want. I liked it just to keep it separated from the horns. So that's my logic there. Oh, don't forget his hooves. Color those in as well. Super cute. Go to our next cow friend. Color in its hooves, his little tail. And he has 4 spots. It says she has 4 spots. This would be another cute one to have congratulations, and that could be like a mommy cow and a baby cow if you wanted. For a baby shower type card. This one I think is a good thanks one, and I will stamp inside of mine a thanks inside of this one. But I left it blank on my design so you guys can pick and choose. All right, back to that ivory. Let's do the color in of his ears. Oh, and I did do that. Oh, I need my pecan back. So my original has a little bit of ear coloring as well. Let me get this ivory nose in. We'll do the udder on this one. Oh, and I did forget to color our cow over here. So we'll do this cow's head. He's just our floating cow right now. Okay. And for fun, I did color in his part on this one. So we'll grab that one back in. And just color his center fur. And then we went over it on the top of his ears. So just do a cute little outline here. So it's kind of like a top of an ear and a bottom of an ear. Cute. Same with this one. Don't want to leave him out. Cute, cute. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now the fun begins. And they call us a punch for a reason because it will pop out at us. So just a heads up. I like to put it in here. I like the paper to be long enough that I can hold on to it. So that's an important factor when you are punching out paper. It doesn't need to be the exact same as the punch that your image you're doing. It needs to be bigger so you can hold on to it. Then we're going to wiggle it around. So right now nothing's being pinched or pushed down so I can move it freely. Then when I get it to where I think I want it to go, I'm going to lightly press down. Then I put two hands on and then all the way. And we'll punch it out. Nice. Okay. Grab a dimensional. And we can put that on the back of this guy. And it's okay if it overlaps our cute little laying down cow a little bit, but you can kind of position it so it looks like he's like talking to it. You see? So it has that little cute little overlap here. Let me get a little closer so you can see. Oh, I just love that. That's so cute. Then we just need to assemble and add this to our scalloped piece here. Let me grab some stamping sil. Let's see, there you go. Flip that over, line it up with that little stitching. So it's going to be inside the stitches. Oh, I didn't put that down very straight. Let me try that again. Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. That's looking better. Phew, fixed it. All right. Next, however, you're going to grab that DSP, and we're not going to attach it yet. We want to add some linen thread wrapped around because that's fun, right? Let's see if I have enough of this scrap here. We'll take this, wrap it around once, and then you look to see if you have enough to tie. I feel like that's a good amount, which this one measured. I'll do a quick measurement using this grid here. I have 13 plus about 10, so about 23 inches worth of linen thread. We'll see if that's enough or if I need to cut a new piece. Okay, again, make your ends over here kind of even, only one longer than the other, and then make a bow. Underneath, I like to do a wraparound for this one and then just pull it. Okay, I'm going to put my finger down to pull on my ends to make it the size that I want. There's lots of extra on one side, so I'm going to just trim it so it matches more. There we go. And then for this, I'm going to use liquid glue, but it's going to be a little uneven, but it's not too bad. Let me show you right here. Sometimes people like dimensionals on it, so that way if it's uneven, that will help pop it up so it can fit nicely. I'm just going to have liquid glue, and it's going to glue this down. If you're worried about this part moving, you can grab some tear tape and put that over it right now. But I'm not too worried. Once that glue is down, that will keep it fairly secure. Okay. And this will cover up that whole card front here. Nice. Then grab some dimensionals. Flip over your piece here. One in each corner. Center. Each corner. Okay, flip that over. Do you see my trick when I want to flip something over from the dimensional? I'll grab it, take a little bit of the stick with me. It helps me pick it up easier. And then look to see their spacing. Make sure it's good before you press all the way down. And then let's get some embellishments on here. So this one I have 3 in this quarter and some on this one. And I had it part of that piece of basic white. It's up to you where you place it. I am using the blueberry bushel though. And I do like the group of 5. So let's grab 2 small for this top one. And I'm actually going to start up on the DSP this time instead of on the, and then I'll have it coming at an angle here. So it's, there we go. Press down. I'll grab that large one and place it about here. And then we'll do 2 more on the bottom, 1 large and 1 small. Again, 1 on the DSP. Actually, both of these on the DSP. If you wanted to, you could have that one go up in the cow as well. So I don't know, do we like that cluster? Which cluster do we like better? Some on the DSP, some on the thing. I feel like this one, if I can remove it carefully. I feel like there's a blank space right here, which makes me kind of sad. That's why we wanted some of those gems there. Oh, can I get it off? Will I ruin it if I take it off? Nope, okay. Okay, we're gonna switch it. We're gonna see what we think. Just the DSP. There you go. So you pick where you want to place it. But that's it. This is this fun card, which I love those cute cows there. And we did a little bit of stamping with a little bit of punching. Okay, let's go on to our next one, which is gonna be one of my favorites, using the Berry Burst. And we are doing a combination of both now, stamping and punching for the body and the head. And this one has the amazing embossing folder that we use called the Poppies 3D, I believe. That one. So this one is your Berry Bush card base. Grab that out. I'll have that embossed for you. You will need to cut your DSP using the measurements on our PDF. If you weren't part of this amazing kit this month, don't worry, you can also order the PDF for me after you've seen this video. It's a really reasonable price, and especially if you have all these products, don't worry, you can have just the PDF so you can get that information. And I will have a link below if you want to request that for my email address. Just email me. Okay, so we need this circle here is for our fun flowers we're doing. We are using that with a Memento ink because we want to use our stamping blends and to color that in. And same with our cow, we'll use our Memento ink as well. I love this cluster of flowers. That's one of the fun bonus ones to this one. There's also a cute little milk can and a cute little chick, so you could add those wherever you want. And I just inked that up really well on this stylish shaped circle. And we'll stamp that like that. Let that dry for a hot minute while we stamp our cow pieces that we need. Okay, so you know I like to use the edge for the cow head. So I'm going to come over here and stamp this cow head on the edge over here. And then I'll do the body right next to it. This body is the Utter Free one. And it's using that Memento ink, so we'll just ink that up. The Utter Free, remember, is the one that fits with a punch. Oh, I was going to do the head first. That's okay. I'll place that guy there. Nice. And then we do need the winking cow face. So this one has one eye that's winking at us. Ink that one up. Memento ink. And place it a little bit above that line there. Nice. So I usually like to color first, then punch out. I feel like it's easier to color on a big image than on a small image. So we'll grab our stamping blends and we can color this first together, and then we will go ahead and punch out our pieces of our cow here. Okay, so for this one, we're using that pecan pie again, but we are filling it in with the crumb cake for the cute little spots this time. So let's start with our light crumb cake for his spots. Go around. We should be professionals at this now because we've colored a couple cows in Use it for his hair. Cute. Then we're going to grab the ivory. Again, for his cute little face. Color that one in. And then we're going to color in our body. And we're going to color our hooves. Let me grab our hooves first. I actually use the pebble, light pebble path. But if you just have that basic black, that will work as well. We're just keeping it really cute. Okay. So for the body and the head, I'm going to use both sides of my pecan pie because there are narrow pieces here that I just need to do like a little bit of color by doing lightly. And his tail, of course, or his end of his tail. And then there are larger pieces that I don't want to spend forever doing this. But let me go over to his ears first too. So I feel like that's a spot that if I color that in with that big brush, I might get a little crazy. So we'll color in his ears. And then I'm going to go over the top of his head as well. And around his hair. Okay. Now it should be mostly safe. I can see myself maybe going crazy around his mouth here. So I will be very careful. Just use the tip of the brush to go around and color in between lightly like so, back and forth, back and forth. We'll finish out this one here. Again, using just the tip of the brush to go around. If that makes you too nervous, if you don't have a good steady hand, definitely use that smaller side for here. And then just go over again little spots you want some extra darkening to create some shading. Maybe you want his ears to be a little bit darker on the top of it than the bottom. And just go over it with that same color. I am using the light, so you could use the darker one as well if you want a little even more color to that. Okay. Again, let's go around these spots here. I feel like it's kind of like painting in like small areas, right? You go a little bit slower when you're going around the outlet that you don't want to get paint on, or the edges, right? The fun part about this one is that it's headless, so you can color up to about right here. You can make a line if it makes it easier for you. But that spot there will be covered up with his head, so go carefully around our spots here. Go over some areas again, create some darker spots. And let's pretend I went out of the lines. I could totally grab my color lifter and help me remove some of that there. But that turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the way that one turned out. Grab our basic white. And we'll punch out his cute little head again. Nice. One punch. Then we'll move it up for his body. Line that up. Like so. Cute. So, so cute. Love it. Oh, I haven't colored in my flowers yet. Let's do that together. Let's set these pieces aside. Super easy. I'm using that lemon line twist and the berry burst. I have light and dark on both of these. So I always usually start with light and then add the dark more so if I want some more shading. So I'm going over each of my leaves here with the light one. The secret of the blends to make the colors, the dark to light, go well is that you don't want to let it dry too long. So I don't want to like do this green and then go to my berry burst and then come back to the green. I want to have it wet still, so then I'll grab my dark and we're just going to go over some sides here. So the leaves kind of have a heart shape and a side to it that divides it. So I'm just going to pick what side I want and just add a little bit of color, not too much. We don't want it to change it completely to that dark. Cute. So each one has just a little dot there. Go ahead and grab your Daffodil Delight Light And we can color in that center. This one I need to replace. You can see Rachel needs to buy a new one for that one. So I'm just use this small tip here. There we go, cute. So for these petals, we are going to use just that little tiny tip because these petals are itty bitty. And I'm starting with the light, right? Yep, I was like, wait a minute. And you can do every single one light and then come back over. You could do every other light and then have the dark. I like to play around with it a little bit. So this one's just going to be light. This one will do it in every other. And see if you can tell the difference from one to the next. And then this one, we're going to just do the inside of it. Have fun. Figure out what you like. You could always practice on a scrap as well. If you're like, I don't know which ones I like the best, you can play with it. So now we're going to go dark petal. There's not too much difference, but you definitely can see some. All right, then we're just going to do the tips here on this one. So that lighter side's coming through. So this one's fun to pick how advanced you want it to look. If you love coloring, then go to town on that. Okay, let me see if we can get that closer so you can see. So pretty. You can kind of see the light to the dark for that one. Let's see if we can't get that one. The lighting looks right. Love it. These would look really cute with some Castella too if you want to add a little bit of glitter. Okay, we're ready to assemble this guy. Go ahead and grab your linen thread again. I tell you, it's my best friend, my favorite embellishment, and will not be the only time you see me use it. I love it because it is a really good price, and there's a lot on there, and it's neutral, so it can be used on so many things. And it makes nice bows easily. Sometimes ribbon intimidates me, and I don't like to tie a bow with a ribbon because I have to try again and again and again in order to make it look nice. I feel like linen thread bows almost always look nice. I probably should knock on some wood now because this one's going to turn out hideous because I said so many nice things about it. So, okay, tie a bow around your DSP and pick what side. I have, again, the same side, but we could have used this side as well. Ooh, we're going to change it. We're going to use this side. So wrap your linen thread around it, and then let's create a knot first for our bow. Tuck the one under, and I'm keeping my paper down because that's going to be the thing that's going to try to pop up on me here by using both ends of my hand. Okay, then I'm going to take one bunny ear, wrap it around, and pull. Love it. See, it's like perfectly imperfect. Like it's not supposed to be perfect, and that's the beauty of this linen thread. Make it as floppy as you want, as tight as you want, as crazy curly ends as you want. It's up to you. All right, let's go ahead and attach this now to our beautifully embossed piece of basic white. I'm just going to use liquid glue, mostly because of the texture here. Yep, just liquid glue. I thought for a second there had dimensionals, but we liquid glued it. So we want to go liquid glue on both sides of that linen thread. Maybe do little Z's for this one because it's a little thicker. Get up there. And I'm going to flip this over and create just a little, about a ½ inch from that basic white right there. Okay. This might need some weight to help keep it down. What I'm going to do is flip this over now and put some some liquid glue, the magical Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue. And I'm using that on basic white, which breaks my rule, but if something's embossed, I always use liquid glue or a glue dot because those bumps sometimes get ripped if you use a double-sided adhesive. Okay, you see how this one's coming up? So this is going to need to be held down, or let me find an ink pad maybe to hold it for me for a minute. I'm trying to press down. Okay, so for this one, we are just using liquid glue. I was looking to see if I did dimensional on one side. Sometimes I do that. Since our cow has dimensionals on it, I'm just going to liquid glue this one down to our cute little gingham paper here. I'm overlapping a little bit of here. Turn it so to make sure your flowers aren't falling down. And a little bit on our embossed piece as well. Now flip over your cow, grab your dimensionals, and I want you to notice I left this one blank. There's no green on this one at all. 2 on the back of the body, 1 on the back of the head. And I did that on purpose. I could have put a thanks here and fussy cut it out and attached it on there, or I could have stamped something on the inside, but I like this one's just blank and I can use it for whatever I want. And there's enough beautiful things on this one that I can get away with it. Oh, his cute little head's there. All right, that's looking awesome. Let's grab the embellishments again. This time we're just gonna stick with that yellow here. I think that's lemon lolly. Oh, sometimes they see it on here, but they don't. I think that is lemon lolly though. Little, you can use the big or the little for this one. I'm gonna use little for the outside ones and the big one for the inside, so you can kind of see the difference. The little ones match perfectly, I feel, with that inside stamp circle. There we go. But that big one doesn't look too bad either. Cute, cute. Start the fold, and then grab your bone folder. So I start the fold, bend it, have it facing down. Bone folder. As you may tell, I like to work with flat card bases. I know a lot of people have it folded in the very beginning, but I like to fold at the end. Oh my goodness. So cute. And I'm loving this cow colored in. He is the cutest. All right, one last one. You guys are doing awesome. When you hang in here for, let's grab it. This one is mostly punched and dies. And we grabbed some fun dies from another set. This is from the Playing in the Rain dies, and this one's from the, let me think of the name, Give It a Whirl dies. Those are the cute clouds there. And then these are our punched out shapes. So let's set that aside. Let's grab our kit. Oh, and this is a basic border dies. You barely noticed that one probably, huh? Okay, so we have a basic black card base, and then we have our Pool Party, and I've die cut out already our lemon lime twist using that cute little basic borders, like semicircle. Then we will need some basic white to punch out our cows and some basic black. And the secret of the strip is what we're going to use for just a second as well. And our cute little face, our noses here. We'll need at least 2 of those. In my card play class, you are getting 2 of each card, and so you'll have 4 of these little pieces ready and punched for you using the petal pink. Okay, cute little bridge we have here. My bridge, I kept it kind of low for this one, and this one I think I'm going to have it high and floating when we attach it, and the cows will cover up where the gap is. So, because I feel like this one got kind of hidden. I was like, oh, if I only had that up a little higher. Okay. Let's do our stamping, which reminds me, I don't think I grabbed the stamped pieces for this one because they're so tiny. Let me get those out and put them on the clear block for us. I'm removing some of the cow heads from the clear blocks. So we will need 3 stamps for this one. So I have 3 of my blocks. I'm going to grab my horns, which I could put on this little guy here. And then we're going to grab our cute little eyeballs that we have with the eyebrows and the nose. Okay. We can't stamp that yet because we have to get it punched, which usually it's the other way around. But we are going to punch first and then stamp for this one. So this one we can do it from one side, and we punch all of it out because we need the horns, and the head and body. Let's see if I gave myself enough space in this. Oh, I did. Nice. There we go. And that's how you can get 2 out of 1 piece. And that is almost 5, so it's like 4 3/4 by 3 is that piece of basic white. So you can get 2 cows out of that. Okay, now we can do some stamping. And we have our basic white pieces here. Let me grab my foam mat back out. And let's sit this guy up here. Okay. So our cows are going to be going different directions. So place them the way you want them to be on your card. If you want them to be walking together, have them both go in the same direction. If you want them looking at each other, have one flip. And then let's grab our cute little mouths to our noses. 1, 2. So I've been in cow heaven lately. I can't wait to show you all the things I've made for my on stage in Texas that I leave for tomorrow. Which I made some of the cutest little gifts using all the cutest cows stamp set. I figured if I'm going to Texas is fairly well known for its amazing cows, and what more fun way to give gifts, right? Okay, I think we have our pieces now. Let me grab our Memento Black back in, and we do need to grab our largest largest cloud, so we can stamp that as well. There should be 3 shapes. Okay, let's stamp that cloud first before I call it a cow again. And I liked let's see where it got placed. There it is. The What's Moo With You, which I thought was super perfect for a 2 cow card, right? It's like 1 cow's talking to the other. What's moo with you? A play on the words with what's new. You can put this so that it can fit. I'm placing it on that far right side of that cloud. Nice. And it's okay that you comes off just a little bit. All right. Grab the eyeballs for our cows. Ink that up. Hold it over. If you mess up, you can flip this over. Sometimes it gives like a blurry eye, so you just be soft with your stamping on there. Oh my goodness, those turned out perfect. Perfect eyes. And then our cute little nose on our petal pink. Again, soft touches. It's great that we could see through it, so I know exactly where I'm going. Follow polymer. It was not always a thing with Stampin' Up. I came in when they used mostly rubber-made stamps, and the photopolymer were like only with paper pumpkin. So it definitely has changed a lot in the last 10 years, even that I've been stamping. Oh, doing the horns. So I'm just lining up my horns and stamping. Super cute. I'm pretty much a cow professional now. Like I said, I've been making lots of cows for Texas. Oh, and I can't forget our grass. This grass you're going to just do very sporadically. And put it back on a block. And grab that lemon lime twist. Open that up. Oh, sorry. Drop it. It gets loud. And I'm going to go on the bottom, the top. A lot of this is going to be covered. I'm making kind of like a triangle and trying not to have them line up anywhere, if at all possible, but we're not too picky. And that's it. Go as crazy as you want with the grass, or keep it pretty bare. Okay. Now we just need to do some punching of our basic black and some punching of our hooves. You can skip the hoof part if you want and just color in these hoofs with a basic black stamping blends. But let me show you how you can get just the hooves and a piece of the basic black. So I have a strip here. This is about 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to come down below here and I'm going to push it through. Oh, let me come to an angle so you see a little bit better maybe. Where I'm just punching in those little hooves. The tricky part is that these will fly. Oh, okay. See if I can find where they all went. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I might need to grab my take a pick tool to grab these for me though, because they are just so tiny. Okay, there's one. Then I'm going to slide it over, or you can turn it over too, because there will be space here on this side. There we go, good way. Actually, that I don't like that because that gets caught up there. So we're just going to slide it over, put it into this side now, holding it from the right, and get to the level that you want the hoofs to be. I'm going to carefully, oh, this one makes me nervous. There we go. That was a little better. I just kept it straight up that time. And it caught it mostly in the, yes, we caught it all in the punch. Nice. Okay, now we do our shapes for our cows. So our cow has a cute little, which you can use this piece too, because he's easier to put in. He has his hair, so that's this little guy here. You'll need 4 of these, 2, because we have 2 cows for their hair, and then 2 for their tail. Actually, 6, I'm sorry, 6 of these little guys, because we're using 1 for his spot as well. So just have them punched out. I and your kit will have these all punched out for you. Everything except for those little black hooves. I'll let you guys do your own hooves so you don't lose them in the kit, because they're just so tiny. Okay, let's see if that's enough. We have all 6, 1, 2, 3, and I feel like there's one more that got punched away. Oh, he's stuck in the punch. There we go. Okay, and I'm gonna lose my hooves. Oh my goodness. Okay. With all these little extra pieces here. It's okay, we've got this. All right, next we need to grab a piece, and we're gonna punch out what we have been using for his cute little nose. You'll want at least 4 of these pieces. And I like to use like the corners or go right by it as much as I can, because you will get some extra pieces coming at you because of that cow head that's right next to it. Okay. That should be all of our pieces, right? I hope so. I think we're about there. Okay, let's assemble. Let's do our cute little face first. So I'm just gonna put a dot of glue here. Oh, that was a heavy dot, sorry. And then we're going to attach our cute little noses. And this could go on crooked, so it kind of looks like the cow has motion with his mouth, right? We'll do a little dot here for his hair. This is an easier way than you trying to put that on those little pieces, by the way. So put the adhesive to the cow and not the adhesive on the little piece. Oh, hold on. Found it. Take a pick tool. Okay, grab one of our little hair, put it on top of our cow. So cute. Okay, now we're going to put a little dot of glue on the horn. And we're going to move our whole cow head to there and place it on top. Oh, careful, my nose wasn't dry yet. Same thing for this one. Get it in between our cute little hair. And we're using liquid glue so we can move it around if we don't place his head nicely the first time. All right, now we need to work on the hooves and the spots. So we're gonna do the tail on this one. I'm gonna put a spot right here and by his neck and one right there. And I'll come back to do the hooves in just a second. So we have our tail. We have a body, and this piece here, you can put however you want, but it's gonna come off just a little bit. So mine's only showing a little bit there. And I'm gonna have this one coming at an angle from his head like that. Grab another little piece. So if you think these are too close, I'm gonna move this one a little bit so he's not as close to that spot. And having this piece going in any direction you want. Okay. Then we're going to grab those little hooves and see if we can't attach those two. Again, glue. I'm making my bad choices right now as I'm gluing on my foam mat, but I just don't want to move them because they're all nicely placed here. Okay, little dots of glue. I should grab my silicone mat out. I know it. Okay. Now pick whatever hoof you want. Line it up. And place it on there. Some of them are a little bit harder to tell which spot they go to, and they might have to flip it over like a puzzle piece. I'll come back to that guy. But you'll see like a little point on them. And that will be the front of the cow. Let's see if that guy fits there really nicely. Cute. Okay. Let's flip this guy over. I think he's gonna go like so. Cute, cute. And then you have to do some trimming. I'm gonna put just one cow in for you today, and we were not gonna worry about my second cow for the sake of time, but it'll be the same idea. Okay, then we're gonna flip it over and trim off the basic black from those spots there. Just using that cow as his outline. Cute, so it follows the shape of it. Okay, let's do some assembling over here. And I'll come back to that second cow later. Put some liquid glue on the back of our cute little grassy hill we've created. And we put some in the center because originally I had my bridge sneak underneath there, which you still can, and just have your cows come a little bit lower. Again, I said I was going to have mine a little bit higher this time, but since I'm not going to put my second cow on right now for the sake of time, I think I'm going just to have it go low again. Is that crazy? Maybe. Maybe I'll scoot it over so it's a little bit that way. Then our cow can be right here. Okay. Grab that, our fun little clouds. And you can place these on first just to know your placement of them before you actually glue them. I like having them spaced in a triangle like, so we have highs and lows here. The center one being my highest of the clouds. So it kind of does like, kind of follows that, the grassy hill, follows the bridge, that arch shape we have going on. Okay, now let's attach our cute cow with dimensionals, because those are our favorite. 2 on the body, 1 on the head. I could leave that an albino cow and not put his patches on. Right? Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so cute. Okay. And then we'll have our cute little cow head on this guy here. Oh my goodness. So let's pretend we did this cow as well. He could be right here talking to this cow with a bridge behind him. Adorable, adorable. That's our albino cow. No, we'll keep him off. Ooh, you know what I really want to do sometime is make a, maybe I'll do that. So I'm going to take this piece of basic black. It's called a Dutch belted cow, where it has a white center and 2 black ends. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to cut the center belly off of this cow. I am so excited for this. I haven't made this cow yet, so this is quite exciting for me, and it's a time saver, so it's a double yes moment. We just cut out a little center of this cow. And this is what we call an Oreo cow, because he's going to have some cream filling to his shape here. Make sure we line it up nicely. Let me grab it so I can play with it a little bit more. There we go. Push that one over. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I seriously had thought about doing this kind of cow, but I just never did. So now we have a Dutch belted cow. We're going to flip him over, and we're going to add him to our cute scene here. His head probably would have been black though. Just if he were going to be a real cow. Oh my goodness, he is adorable. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, cow friends. Then we just need to flip this over and add it to our card base, and then definitely put a basic white in the inside because this is a basic black card, and unless you have a white gel pen to write on, nobody's going to see what you write. So put that basic black. Oh, and don't forget our embellishments. We have 3 cute little of these gems that we're going to put here. We'll have 1 large gem on the bottom and 2 small. Again, kind of making that archy triangle where nothing lines up. So some are high and some are low. Oh my goodness, the cutest. Okay, you guys will have to let me know which one you like better. I like that Oreo cow just because it definitely was a time saver, but this is like a classic cow. So either one is awesome. Cute, cute. Let's bring all of our cow friends back in so we can see them. Those 2 punched out. Then we have this a beautiful, no saying, but berry burst blend, stamping blend with punched out cow there. This one is the combo. We have punched head and the bodies that have been stamped alone though. And then we did some fun DSP playing with this one with our holy cow, who was just mostly stamping, but we did that really fun trick to make that 2-tone flower there by inking on the edge. All right, friends, I hope you've had fun time learning how to make these cards today, and I can't wait to share with you the rest of my cow creations from On Stage. Have a great week, and happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.